I'm Ree Drummond, and all my recipes have to be approved by cowboys, hungry kids, and me. Here's what's happening on the ranch. I'm hosting a cooking and eating get-together with two great Oklahoma City Thunder gals. My friends Nina and Christine are pitching in with white spinach artichoke lasagna that's great for entertaining, and an easy butternut kale salad. So delicious. We're having Thunder margaritas in the team colors and wrapping up the party with self-assembly boozy berries and cream. This may be the best day ever. Welcome to my frontier. My friends and fellow Oklahomans, Nina Westbrook and Christine Donovan, are coming to the ranch. We're going to spend the afternoon cooking and eating together. I am so excited. I just set the table. I just did some simple flowers and herbs tied with a little twine. Now, before the girls get here, I'm going to go get a head start and make dessert. I'm making boozy berries and cream. Luscious raspberries soaked in orange liqueur and served with a delicious creamy custard. It's one of my favorite things to eat whether I'm by myself or having company over, and it's a nice thing to do before the guests show up. I'm going to start with the custard. It's 5 egg yolks mixed with half a cup of sugar, and I need to beat this just until the yolks start to turn a little bit pale. We have the best professional basketball team in Oklahoma, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I am a rabid Thunder fan. I'm not going to go into any detail, but I'm definitely watching every single game, jumping up and down, telling my family, shh, the game's on. A little while ago, I became friends with Nina Westbrook, who is the wife of Russell Westbrook, the star player of the Thunder, and also Christine Donovan, who's the wife of Billy Donovan, the coach. The three of us have one important thing in common. We are all three very strong Thunder fans, and we all three like to eat, so I thought it'd be fun to have them over to do some cooking and dining together. Look at the gorgeous yellow color of this egg yolk sugar mixture. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to set the bowl over a saucepan of simmering water, and then I've got a vanilla bean, and I'm going to cut it in half and get the caviar out. Nina Westbrook is a new mom. She has a cute little baby named Noah. And I was talking to her about cooking recently, and she was lamenting that she likes to have friends over and loves to cook, but she's so busy with the new baby and everything else she's got going on that she doesn't want to make a big production out of it. So I kind of put together some super easy recipes that we could cook together today. Christine is actually a great cook in her own right, so I can't wait to see what happens in this kitchen. Okay, I mixed in the vanilla bean, which is so gorgeous because you see those little flecks. Now this is sort of like a Sabayon, which has Marsala wine, but I'm bringing it kind of down to earth and adding a couple of tablespoons of regular rum. You can use brandy, whiskey, cognac, whatever booze you've got handy. I love this berry and cream dish, and I'm actually going to serve it in sort of a DIY style. I'm going to put all the components on a platter and just let everybody serve it up themselves. Okay, I'm going to switch to a rubber spatula and stir this gently for about 5 minutes. The custard cream has been cooking gently. Oh my gosh, it looks fantastic. It is something I could just grab a spoon and finish off the whole bowl. It is so good, and it's really a good thing that my father-in-law Chuck isn't here because he is a sucker for anything custard. I'm going to put together the macerated berries. I've got some fresh raspberries, and they are so plump and pretty. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. No need to sift it. And this is another place where I'm going to add some booze. I'm using orange liqueur, but you could also sub in raspberry liqueur, really just anything you want. Just a couple of big tablespoons. And then I'm going to zest in some orange to really drive home that orange flavor. I can so remember when I had babies and I had to balance that need to have friends over and do some entertaining with the fact that I had babies all around me. It really is something you have to get used to. And more than anything, I always tell new moms, do not stress. I mean, you can work yourself into a tizzy trying to plan the perfect dinner party. And if something doesn't turn out just perfectly, laugh about it and make a joke. That'll be a memory in itself. Okay, I'm going to stir together the berries. The thing about berries and sugar and booze is the longer it sits, the better it gets. The juice from the raspberries kind of mixes with the booze and makes this syrup that is out of this world. I don't even need to stir it until all the sugars combine, because that's going to happen as they macerate. Okay, I'm going to cover this with plastic wrap, just so they stay nice and fresh. And then I'm going to get these and the custard cream into the fridge, and then I'm going to start on the lasagna. While I do that, I'll tell you about the last time I had a visit from the Thunder Women. Nina and I made brownies, and then we were joined by Christine. Then all the other Thunder gals piled in for brownies, ice cream, and a team photo. The girls will be here any minute, and I cannot wait to see them. We are going to have white spinach artichoke lasagna. I am very excited about it. It is so delicious. I thought I'd get ahead by grilling up the zucchini in the lasagna, and I'm just taking it off now. I just sliced the zucchini into strips, sprinkled it with salt and pepper, drizzled it with olive oil, and put it on the grill until it was nice and soft. Hey, oh my gosh, you're here. Hey, Rita.
How are you?
I'm so excited to see you.
Good to see you.
Christine, I'm so glad you're here. Oh my gosh, how was the drive?
It was pretty easy.
Past one car and there's no traffic. Yeah.
Well, it's Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So. Well, I got a little bit ahead. We are going to cook together. I'm so excited.
Great.
I'm putting you to work. You want to put the lasagna in the water?
Of course.
We have two big things in common here. We're big Thunder fans, and we love to eat. We're big
love
food
to
fans.
eat.
And we love to cook. So I think we're going to have a great time.
Well, starting off with zucchini, it's good.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with zucchini. All right, let's get this show on the road, girls. Up next, the party's getting started in the kitchen with white spinach artichoke lasagna and butternut kale salad. Then it's cocktail o'clock with blue frozen margaritas, fit for 2 Thunder wives and 1 huge Thunder fan. I am here with Nina and Christine, and I think I've never been happier in my life. We are cooking away. So we've all got our tasks. Nina is in charge of the spinach artichoke Alfredo. She's cooking up the spinach, and you're going to start on the Alfredo sauce after that, right?
I am.
Now I'm cutting up the artichokes that are going to wind up in your delicious artichoke sauce. Christine is working on a salad component. We're having a butternut squash and kale salad along with the white spinach artichoke lasagna. Are you comfortable cutting up a butternut squash?
I am, because I have a super sharp knife, so it's making it very easy. I usually buy it pre-cut because I feel like I'm going to kill myself.
Well, that hasn't made it to Pawhuska yet, Christine. So I still have to actually peel my butternut squash and cut it. Do you like butternut squash?
I do like butternut squash. I don't make a ton of it. My husband doesn't really love it, but I like it, and this is a great opportunity for me to enjoy some.
So your cooking is also dictated by what your husband will and won't eat.
Yes.
See, there's more than one of us in the world. I feel vindicated.
Very picky.
Even Nina Westbrook has to cook around her husband. Well, Christine is just drizzling some melted butter on the butternut squash. So I also put some crushed red pepper over there because I like a little spice in pretty much every component of my meal. Are you a spicy food girl?
I do like spicy food. My husband doesn't, though, so I kind of have to tame it down for him.
And you only eat shellfish or when he's out of town, right?
He has a shellfish allergy, so as soon as he leaves, I make shrimp scampi.
You're not going to go as far as to say that you're glad when Russell goes out of town, but you're able to survive while he's gone.
I find the positive in the negative.
Amen. That's what I love about you, Nina. So I've got the oven set at 375, and I think it needs about 30 minutes or so.
Okay, great.
And then, Christine, if you want to start on the ricotta mixture, Nina is totally rocking the roux world over here. That is one beautiful roux.
Thank you.
Have you done this before?
Yes, I usually make a roux for my mac and cheese and gravy.
Nina drained the spinach, and she started making the roux in the same skillet, so it'll have some of that base flavor. So she started with some butter and whisked in some flour and grated in some garlic, and it smells amazing. So I've also got some hot milk and cream.
Which I think I'll go ahead and add that in
Yeah,
now.
perfect. Now, Christine, you are Italian.
I'm half Italian, yes.
Why am I making lasagna for you?
Well, it's not traditional lasagna, so
Right.
it's going to be great.
So the ricotta mixture is just whole milk ricotta and salt and pepper, little Parmesan, and egg yolk.
Okay.
Simple as that. So what's your favorite kind of lasagna? Do you think white lasagna is a sacrilege or?
We'll have lasagna for a special occasion, but we try not to eat too much pasta these days, which is kind of
Oh
disappointing.
man, don't say that out
I
loud
know.
in this house.
Because my husband doesn't want to eat pasta, so when he's out of town, I like to eat pasta.
I hope it's okay that I'm adding the cheese.
Don't wait for me.
That looks so good.
And that is a lot of cheese, but it's a lot of Alfredo sauce. This is going to be a very creamy lasagna, so I wanted to have more than we needed. We might use it all, but we might have a little left over. So have you been having many people over since Noah was born?
Not very much. So this is great because something easy to whip together is good.
Well, I like things like lasagna because we're making it in sort of real time, but you can also make it the day before.
Which is so nice, yeah.
You're having company, and I tend to do that a lot. And then you can just bake it when they get there, and then the house smells wonderful, and your
Yeah.
kitchen is clean.
Clean, yeah,
Yes.
so nice.
Okay, now one thing I like to do to white sauces and Alfredo sauces is to add pesto. So I'm going to put it in there, and I mean, it completely transforms any sauce you put it in, even a red sauce. And I think this is one of those great shortcut ingredients to have in your fridge or pantry.
Yes. And nobody
Smell it.
needs to know.
Okay, I'm putting in all these artichokes.
So how much was that?
This was actually 2 cans.
Okay.
I've made this before, and I just used 1 can, and I kind of missed that.
And they're just in
chunky-
water?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
water.
water.
I like the artichokes just in water because then it doesn't alter, you know,
Right.
the flavor of what you're making. And also the artichokes in oil sometimes, and vinegar can kind of mess up a sauce
Right,
too.
yeah.
So, okay, the artichoke Alfredo is ready. It looks amazing. The ricotta is ready. Got mozzarella slices, the drained spinach, grilled zucchini, and lasagna noodles. The lasagna is ready to be assembled, and this is where many hands make light work. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
We need a buttered dish, and the first layer of the lasagna is Alfredo, about a cup or so. Thanks, Nina. 3 lasagna noodles, another cup and a half of Alfredo, the spinach, which is going to break up all the white, 6 slices of mozzarella. Good job, Christine. Then noodles, Alfredo again, Christine's ricotta mixture, more mozzarella, noodles, Alfredo, mozzarella, the 10 grilled zucchini slices for another great layer of green, the last of the noodles, and the Alfredo, and finally a layer of mozzarella. Good job, team. Look at this lasagna.
Looks amazing.
It's like a masterpiece. But just wait till it comes out of the oven. Christine, would you do the honors?
Sure.
It's going to bake at 350 degrees for about 40 to 45 minutes. I'm ready for dinner already, but we've got a few more things to do. But I just have to say, I don't think I'm ever going to make lasagna by myself again. Up next, I'm sharing the secrets to the easiest party-worthy salad and serving up frozen margaritas with an Oklahoma City Thunder spin. Here's to friends in the kitchen, and here's to easy entertaining. I am having quite possibly the best day of my whole life. My friends Nina and Christine are here. We're making dinner. So we're going to move on to the salad. We're having a kale salad with butternut squash and prosciutto. Christine is toasting pine nuts. Nina's starting on the dressing. It's just olive oil, red wine vinegar, some balsamic glaze, and salt and pepper. I'm a big fan of balsamic glaze. I don't know about you girls.
I love balsamic glaze. Delicious.
So I'm going to arrange the kale, and I don't really have a plan for this. I'm just going to kind of put it down the platter. So what's it like to be in that professional sports world? I mean, it's exciting. You guys live exciting lives.
Busy. It's
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah.
And nerve-wracking. 82 games a year is a lot to be stressed out about.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Nina, I'm going to let you put the squash on.
Ooh.
And Christine, you help me with the prosciutto. Now, how do you say this, Miss Half Italian?
I just say prosciutto.
Oh.
Is that? If you ask my dad, he would put a little.
Extra on
Yeah.
it.
So, girls, tell me, because neither of you grew up in Oklahoma, what do you think of it here?
I like Oklahoma. I think everybody's been so welcoming. Your neighbors wave at you and everybody wants to know what's going on. So I feel like it's a great environment.
Everyone wants to know what's going on. Well, yeah, gossip is lots of fun. That's why I'm interrogating you both right
Well,
now.
everyone wants to know how you're doing.
Go ahead with the pine nuts. Nina, do you want to shave some Parmesan? And this salad is gorgeous. It feels like this meal has flown by.
It has.
Who wants a cocktail?
I will definitely have a cocktail.
It's not a trick question. I assumed the answer would be yes, but I'm sure you're going to see right away what these colors are all about.
Wow, I like it.
Thunder margaritas.
Looks great, and it matches our butternut squash over there.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
If only they had blue kale. Well, I couldn't make that work. So I love doing this whenever I have friends over. I make up the margaritas ahead of time and then put it in a
Oh, wow.
freezer bag in the freezer, and the alcohol keeps it from.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's
So cool.
That is so cool.
I got cocktail tricks,
It's like a
girls.
it's like a piping thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So I'm just going to cut off a little corner. And I'm going to serve these up. Okay, I'm going to fill up this first glass, and I'll tell you girls how to make these.
Oh, amazing.
Perfect.
I added 8 cups of ice to the blender, poured in 6 ounces of lime juice, the same amount of curacao syrup, 9 ounces of tequila, and blended it until it became a wonderful slushy frozen concoction. Then I poured it into a freezer bag, sealed it up, and put it in the freezer all ready for our get-together. Next, I ran an orange slice around the rim of each margarita glass and dipped them in orange-colored sugar. Well, it's a Thunder margarita after all. Here's to you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Here's to Thunder, and here's to Oklahoma.
Thunder up.
Thunder up.
Here's to tequila.
This is
Wow.
so good.
So good.
Up next, we're finishing the lasagna, then it's dinner, complete with build your own boozy berries and cream. Good food, good friends, and great times. Well, Nina and Christine and I are having a blast. It was so fun making the salad and lasagna together. And speaking of that, I'm going to grab the lasagna out of the oven. It smells so good in here.
Wow.
So good.
Look at what you girls made there.
Wow, this is delicious.
The last thing we need to do before we break bread together is tear basil together.
I actually really love basil. The fresh smell of
It's
basil.
like summer, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm so hungry.
I'm ready to dig in.
Okay, well, let's let the lasagna sit for about 5 or 10 minutes. That'll give us time to finish our Thunder margaritas. You think Russell and Billy would like these?
I think so.
Well, girls, your lasagna looks amazing.
Our lasagna, team effort.
Oh, that looks so good.
It looks delicious.
Time for the 3rd degree. Do you remember the first thing you ever cooked for your husbands? And or do your husbands ever cook for you?
I do remember cooking for Billy in our first apartment. We weren't married yet, and made him a bacon sauce. You fry like a half a pound of bacon and crumble it, and in the fat, you do your onion and put your tomatoes and add the bacon back in and serve it over pasta.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
So he made that?
I made that.
Oh, you made that.
He's a good breakfast cook.
What about Russell?
I can only recall the first time Russell cooked for me. He made fried chicken wings. He thought that he was the best cook ever. They came out a little extra crispy / burnt.
In a fryer?
Yes, and then he blamed me. I distracted him, and so he blamed me that he burnt the chicken.
He's good on the court. Both your husbands are. They excel on the court.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm full, which means it's dessert time. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
That's perfect.
I have a philosophy about dessert, and that is if there's fruit involved, it's good for you.
Looks good.
So I'll pass you all a glass and just load up with berries. You know, I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea about me, but we had Thunder margaritas. The berries are soaked in booze, and the custard cream actually has rum.
Great.
Well, this is perfect.
I guess I was just excited to be having company over. I'm sorry. Okay, time for the fine Italian cookies. Just kidding, they're vanilla wafers.
Oh, nice. Looks so fancy.
These berries, by the way, they are great. I can definitely taste the rum.
Delicious.
Promise me you'll come back sometime soon.
Oh, we would love to. It's so fun.
I would love to come back. Maybe we can bring our husbands next time.
You'll have to come when Lad needs extra help on the ranch. We can get you guys on a horse.
I would love to see Russell and Billy up on a horse.
Well, Billy's been trail riding with me once, and he was awesome. He was great.
The only horse Russell's been on is a carriage ride through Central Park.
Oh, you've got to get Russell out here then. That will be an adventure.